Shalom to the Lord's elect. Let's begin this lesson by giving honor and glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahawah, our Heavenly Father, and His only begotten Son, our King, our Redeemer. Again, Barakata Yahawah, Barakata Yahawashi, Barakata Yahawah, Barakata Yahawashi, Kohalal Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Let's give double honors to our head apostles from the great millstone, the bishop, the elders that taught us this truth. And salutations to the Lord's elect, starting with the 144,000, the tabernacle of David, mentioned in the book of Amos, chapter 9. And, and the large multitude whom the Lord is going to have mercy on, men, women, children, and yes, they are all Israelite. The large multitude are all Israelite. The Bible says in the book of Amos, let me go there again. We bring this out many times, but it seems like people just don't get it. That salvation is only for the children of Israel. But we're going to continue to bring it up because what? We are the men of the Lord. That's right. You see, we will continue to do this work until the Lord finally pull the plugs. And it says here, just one book that I'm going to have many precepts that tells you the Lord is only coming for the children of Israel. Okay, the large multitude, again mentioned in the book of Revelation 7, verse 9, and 2 Ezra chapter 2, verse 42. The Lord is speaking to Israel. Listen to what the Lord says, because the Lord is not the author of confusion. He says, Malachi, I believe it says Malachi 3 says, it says, I change not. Okay, I change not. So listen, it says here, the book of Amos chapter 3 verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which are brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the family of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. You wonder why the Lord parks us on those slave ships. That's right, like sardines, and give us into the hands of these nations. That's right, 7 different captivity only happened to the children of Israel. Again, salvation is only for the children of Israel. You go to Ecclesiasticus 17:17. Let me go there quickly in case somebody is wondering. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 17 verse 17. It says here, listen to this. It says here, for in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people. But Israel, the 12th tribe, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, African American, Native American, Native Indian, that's right, the speckled bird spread among all these nations, is the Lord's portion. Are you hear that? We are the Lord's portion. The Lord says we are the apple of his eyes. It says, whom being his firstborn, he nourisheth with discipline. That's why, whom a father loves, what does he do? He chastens, right? We are the only one that have wrought his judgment, mentioned in the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2. It says, and given him the light of his love, doth not forsake him. Therefore, all their works, whether good or bad, are as the sun before him, and his eyes are continually upon their ways. We are the only one the Lord sends to captivity anytime we go off. The rest of the nation, the Lord haven't punished them yet. It says, as for their judgment, it says he has not. I'll also get that. I'm going to get that. It said, none of their unrighteous deeds are hid from him, but all their sins are before the Lord. But the Lord, being gracious and knowing his workmanship, neither left nor forsook them, but spared them. You see, this is the Lord dealing with us. We are the children of Israel. Salvation is only for the children of Israel, but I want to do something quickly. Let's go here. I think it's, if my memory serves me right, it's Psalm 147. Let's go to Psalm 147, and then we're going to get into the news. Family, we just a few articles to cover, and we're going to show you Psalm 147. There's a 147. It says he shows... yes, Psalm 147. It says, listen to this. Let me highlight this so you guys know. Let me highlight this. Let's go red, but let's go light. That's right. It says, he sendeth out his word and melted them and causes the wind to blow and the waters flow. Verse 19. The point is here. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. Are you listening to this? Unto Israel, unto Israel, unto Israel, he have not dealt so with any nation. How plain could that be? And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. The nations have not they have not received the Lord's judgment yet, but they are about to receive it now. It is coming. That's right. Because this is the judgment that is coming. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy quickly. And then we're going to get, I don't know why the Spirit is leading me here, but family, we are just following the Spirit. Deuteronomy 30 verse 7. Let me highlight that so you know exactly what the Lord is about to do to these nations. And the fact that the American dollar is collapsing, everybody sees it. And Third World War, that's why we're going to get right into it. We have an update from Canadian Prepper. We're going to bring it also out at the end. Okay, so stay tuned. It says here, and the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. You go to what? The curses, you can get them from what? Deuteronomy 28, from the 15th chapter all the way down to 68. Okay, let me see. Is this 15th chapter all the way down to 68? I want to make sure. Deuteronomy 28. Yeah, starting from the 15, I want to show you the 15. I'm not going to read it. That's right. But it shall come to pass if thou will not hearken. So they start from here all the way to 68. These are the curses that are coming upon the nation. And that's what we are looking forward to. Okay, so let's get back to the lesson. Yes, again, the large multitude whom the Lord is going to have mercy upon. I heard our beloved, the elder from Dallas, Yashawamba, also brought this out. Okay, the large multitude you see, people are difficult. They get, at one point when they had access to this book, when we were deep, fast asleep, before the Lord poured his Spirit upon it, they were able to get away with this nonsense. But the moment the Lord woke up his men and starting with our head apostles, the elders, the priests before them, that's right, when they brought this true gospel out, that's right, this is the song. That family, it wasn't given to anybody else. Okay, this song was only put in the mouth of the 144,000. The new song that we are singing in these last days. That's right. That's why we continue to press, repeat. Because why? This is the most beautiful song. You are in your car and the song hits you and you're dancing, you break dancing, you're doing all that because you love the song. And that's it. This is the song. That's why we have it on repeat. We can't get enough of it. You see? And now these nations are afraid because we are bringing the true understanding, starting with our head apostles all the way down, the true understanding of what? The word. That's right. This is a family affair, but people can get through their thick head. Okay? But here, family, we have few articles to cover. Like I mentioned earlier, we're going to jump right into it. But first, let's go to Ecclesiastes. Again, the Lord is only dealing with what? The children of Israel. The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 1, starting from verse 9. It says, the thing that have been, it is that which shall be. You see? You hear what the Lord is saying right now? So when somebody's telling you, oh man, the family, we've been here many, many times before. Listen to this. This is called reincarnation. This is a reincarnation test. It said, the thing that have been, it is that which shall be. Your spirit have been here many, many times. Most of this event that are taking place right now has already happened, and we're going to prove it. It says, the thing that have been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. You hear that? Under the sun is what? This planet Earth. You see that? It says here, is there anything wherefore it may be said, see, this is new? It have been already of old time, which was before us. Are you listening to this? Eh? Let's read another version here. It says here, history merely repeats what? Itself. It has all been done before. Nothing under the sun is truly new. You hear that? It says history merely repeats itself. This is the NLT, New Living Translation. History merely repeats itself. It has all been done before. Nothing under the sun is truly new. Okay, let's go back and read the next verse. Close this. Verse 10. What does the verse 10 says? Verse 10 says what? It says what? Sometimes people say here is something new, but actually it is old. Nothing is ever truly new. You see that? And we say what? Barakata Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. And you're going to see it through this article here. Oh yeah, family, a few articles. Right from here, we're getting into the war, the Third World War. You see what is coming out of Russia. But let's go on. It said this is from Zero Hedge. Why the dollar will lose its status as a global reserve currency. I'm going to take my time and read this. And it says by the early 400s, the Roman Empire was coming apart at the seams and in desperate need of strong, competent leadership. Does that ring a bell today? Because why? America is 2.0. Sorry, America is Rome 2.0. Remember what we just said? There is nothing new under the sun. And you're going to find out. It says, in theory, Honorius should have been the right man for the job. This is one of the leaders in what? That's right. In Rome. Like today you have Biden. Look, anyways, let's continue. It says, born into the royal household in Constantinople, Honorius had been groomed to rule practically since birth by the finest experts in realm. So even as a young man, Honorius had already accumulated decades of experience. Yet Rome foreign adversaries. What are America? Who does America consider their adversary? Isn't it modern day Russia? Russia and what? Russia, China, Iran. They call them the axis of evil. But let's read on. It said Rome foreign adversary rightfully believed Honorius to be weak. Isn't that what they're looking at? They look at Biden administration right now. They said what? They consider Biden at America to be what? Weak. You have these nations about to what? Dump the dollar because they know that America don't have the strength to go to war with all the countries that are about to dump the dollar. It says out of touch, divisive, and completely inept. Isn't that what's happening right now? Look at the political system. Look at the class war, the gender wars. It says he had entered into bonehead peace treaties that strengthened Rome enemies. All this alliance that they are forming all over the world. He's in the South Pacific today. He's in Europe today. But family, guess what? It's only what? Bringing the global South together. Look at you see, that's why the Bible said what? There's nothing new under the sun. Let's continue. It said he paid vast sums of money to some of their most powerful rivals and received practically nothing in return. How much money was pumped into Europe for this war against Russia? And what did America get? America's southern border is wide open. Everybody is coming in. Infrastructure is collapsing. Yes, family, there is nothing new under the sun. It says he made virtually no attempt to secure Roman borders. Oh, family. It says he made no attempt to secure Roman borders, leaving the empire open to be ravaged by what? Barbarians. The same thing is happening right now. We have the sure word of prophecy. That's why, family, I said this song here, we put it on repeat. We put it on repeat. We cannot get enough of the song. It says inflation was high. How much are you paying for your gas right now? How much is your rent, your mortgage? That's right. Your credit card bill, is it going down? Your food that you're getting from the store, how much are you paying for your food right now compared to maybe 5, 6 years ago? It says inflation was high, taxes were high, economic production declined. You hear? It says Roman military power declined. Didn't America and the West, weren't they kicked out of Africa lately? Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, Sudan is about to do the same thing. Guess what? That's right. It says, and all of Rome's foreign adversary were emboldened. Putin just left China. North Korea just fired another missiles, and Russia is helping North Korea with their missiles right now. You see the alliance that has been formed: Iran, China, North Korea, the global south, all coming against what? Rome, which is what? Modern day America and the West, NATO and the EU. It says, to a casual observer, it will have almost seemed as if Honorius went out of his way to make the empire weaker. One of Rome's biggest threat came in the year of 408, the Common Era CE, when the barbarian king Alaric invaded Italy. Imperial defenses were so non-existent at the point that ancient historians describe Alaric's march towards Rome as unopposed and leisurely, as if they were at some festival rather than an invasion. That's what's going to happen to America right now. Because the past 3 years, family, that border has been wide open. How many people do we have in America right now? And across Canada too. And then these are what? United Nations armies. Oh yeah, they are here. It's just a matter of when they're going to get their uniform and be deployed on the street. Because it's called invasion. That's what is coming to America. Civil war is coming. It says here, no food could enter the city, and before long, its residents began to starve. Alaric and his army arrived to the city of Rome in the autumn of 408 AD and immediately positioned their forces to cut off any supplies. No food could enter the city, and before long, its residents began to starve. That's what is coming to America. Bible says that there's going to be a time like no other. Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah 30 verse 7. It says historians have passed down horrific stories of cannibalism. You hear that? Cannibalism means people going to be eating each other. Second Ezra tells us. Second Ezra chapter 15, Second Ezra chapter 9, Second Ezra chapter 16, and 15, 16, 9, 7, it all tells us 6. Yes, that's the time that we are about to enter into. It says historians have passed down horrific stories of cannibalism, including women eating their own children in order to survive. Family, there's nothing new under the sun. This is about to happen again. We just read it. It says, rather than send troops and fight, however, Honorius agreed to pay a massive ransom to Alaric, including 5,000 pounds of gold, 30,000 pounds of silver, and literally tons of other real assets and commodities. The equivalent of today's money adjusted for population would be billions of dollars, similar to what the US released to Iran in a prison swap last year. And Iran is considered a US adversary, right? Did that help America? No. It emboldened Iran because it tells Iran that America is weak right now. That's why they are still debating if they should attack Iran. They've been talking about destroying Iran nuclear weapons program. Are they being able to? No. Rather, Russia came to Iran aid because what? It is what the Lord wants done. Ezekiel 38, it tells you that Russia is going to be a god unto what? The nation, including Persia, which is modern day Iran. Ironically, no, it says here, naturally, Honorius didn't have such a vast sum in in his treasury. So Romans were forced to strip down and melt their shrines and statues in order to pay Alaric ransom. Because that's what is happening right now. America is broke, they are printing money, and then that money is destroying the world economy because the money is backed by nothing. It's fiat currency. It's backed by nothing. So the nations are saying that, listen, we have to dump this money or we're going to destroy our own economy. That is why you're seeing the BRICS being formed. All these nations are about to dump American dollar. The American dollar is about to be destroyed, and that's going to lead to civil war, a war, third world war, and the end, and then the end of Esau's kingdom, because the self-proclaimed white man, he is the end of the world, and his kingdom is the end of the world, and the beginning of it that follow is going to be what? Yahawashi, the Israelites are taking over under our King, our Redeemer. It says, ironically, one of the statues they melted was a monument to Vetus, the Roman god of bravery and strength. You see, because family, the same thing is happening right now. These people are in all type of wicked idols. That's what they worship. Money is their god. Forget the Bible. They use the Bible to control the masses. But they actually believe what is written in the Bible. Look at the laws. You don't have to look at the laws that they pass. Okay? All the rights that they give into all these wicked lifestyles, and then go back into the Bible and read. Is the Lord with that? Is the power of heaven, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, is it with that nonsense? No, he's not. That is why when the Lord raised up his men, now they want to bind the Bible. They want to bind the Bible. Bend the Bible, bend it also. Okay? Do whatever you got to do. But it's not going to stop prophecy. Prophecy is going to be fulfilled. Ironically, one of the statues they melted was a monument. I read that already. And it says here, let me go back. It says, leading to the Asian historian Zosimus to conclude that all which remain of Rome, valor, and intrepidity was totally extinguished. Okay? Roman valor, okay? Strength, power. Let's look up that word valor quickly. No. Please bear with me. Valor, great courage in the face of danger, especially in battle. But let's go on. It says Rome had spent 2 centuries in the early days of the empire, from the rise of Augustus in 27 BC to the death of Marcus Aurelius in 180 AD, as clear unrivaled superpower. Almost no one dare mess with Rome. That's right, at one point that was America. Nobody was able to mess. America went to Libya twice in the 80s, and they bombed Gaddafi. Nobody was able to stand to America. America went to Iraq. Nobody was able to stand against America. Went back to Libya again, got rid of Muammar Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein. These are the recent. And they went to Syria. America have been everywhere. Okay, they have over 850 military bases around the world. That's why. And then you have NATO behind them. Nobody was able to stop them. That's right. You see, that happened then, and then it's happening now. It says almost no one dare mess with Rome, and few who did ever live to tell the tale. Modern scholars typically view the official fall of Western Roman Empire in the year of 476. Wow, that's right, AD. But it's pretty clear that the collapse of Rome power and prestige took place decades before. Oh yeah, America, the same thing with America. You see, it is not going to happen or suddenly. It's going to take some time, slowly, but we are witnessing it. We saw the decline. Say way 2008, that's when you started to see it. You see, when Obama took office, and that's when you really see that, oh, this place is finished. Until now, oh, but it is done. It is done. You can put fork in it. It is done. Well done. Oh, it's done. Eh? When Rome was ransomed in 408, then sacked in 410, it was obvious to everyone that at that time the emperor no longer had a grip in power. Sorry, a grip on power. That's what we are witnessing right now. The same thing is happening with Biden administration, because what? This is Rome 2.0. They said, remember what we read, there's nothing new under the sun. It says here, and before long, most of the lands in the west that Rome had once dominated, Italy, Spain, France, Britain, North Africa, and Extra, were under control of the various barbarian tribes and kingdoms. You hear that? The Visigoths. These are the vassal states. Remember the 10 horn? That's right. The original 10 horns were what? This vassal state says the Visigoths, the Ostrogoths, the Vandals, the Franks, the Angles, the Saxons, the Burgundians, the Barbars, and Extra. The Austrians are what? The Thuringians and the Goths, okay? The Lombards. These are all part of what? The Asian. It tells you in the book of the 10... let me go there. Let me go. Is it Daniel? Let me see here. Is it Daniel or Revelation? Let's do this. Let's open another. Let's go, Blue Letter. Because this is the, I think Daniel 2, I think it's towards the end. No, what was I? Please bear with me. And whereas thou sawest the feet and the toes, is it the 10 toes? What is the 10 toes? Let me see here. Let me see. No. Please bear with me. The 10. Yes, Revelation 17. My goodness. Sorry about that. Revelation 17. Family is still early in the morning. The brain is not that. Sorry about that. Revelation 17. Let's go to 12. Let me see. Yes. So this is the original. Okay. Let's go. Let's pick it up from verse. It says here, Revelation 17:9. And here is the mind which has wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. The original is good that 7 mountains start with what? It started with the Greek. I think from the Greek it was the Romans, and then it was the Greek. Sorry, the Greek. Sorry, the Greek. Sorry, yeah, the Greek, the Roman, Germania Minor, Germania Major, and then you have the Spanish, the French, and the British. That is the 7. So it is the Greek, the Romans, Germania Minor, Germania Major, and then you have you have what, the Spanish, and then the French and the British. British the 7, and out of the British came America. But those are the seven mountains, right? Okay, and then it says here, where was I? And there were, and here's the mind, the wisdom, 7 heads and 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. The woman is referred to as the whore, okay, which in that back then was the Roman Empire that's controlling all these vassal states. It says here, and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and one is not yet come, and when he come, he must continue a short space. It says here, and the beast that was and is not even he is the 8th, and which is America, and is of the 7, which is the British, and goes into perdition. Goes into perdition means goes into destruction. That's what is waiting them right now. That's where you witnessing this. You are witnessing the end of this system, this beast system. That little season in Revelation 20 is talking about Rome. Rome fell, and Rome fell in what it says in 476, and then came back in the 1400. That's that 1,000 years. You see, that Satan shall be what? Loose from his prison. You see, Satan was in prison. Rome was in prison. And then the Lord gave him another opportunity. And in the 1400, they came starting with the Spanish, followed from the Spanish to the French. And then the French, the British. Out of the British came America. You see? It says here, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdoms as yet. That's right. Those 10 kings back in there, those are the vassal states that we mentioned right here. You see, but today the 10 kings will be what? What is it called? The European Union. And the 10 horns which thou sawest, there are 10 kings which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. The beast is the system, the Rome system, which is part of their finances, come from Britain, and then their military, America, and that's why, you see, and then what? And the religion branch, the religion branch come from Rome. You see, these are the vassal state today. The vassal state today is what? The European Union and NATO. You see, but here, it says the Visigoths, the Ostrogoths, Vandals, Franks, Angel, Assassins, Burgundians, and extra, all established independent kingdoms. And for a while, there was no dominant superpower in Western Europe. It was a multipolar world. You hear? A multipolar world. Isn't that what these people are trying to form right now? And the transition was rather abrupt. Family, there's nothing new under the sun. Now you have Russia, you have China, you have the BRICS system, you have India. They're all talking about what? A multipolar world. This happened in ancient Rome. It said the United States has been the world dominant superpower for decades. But like Rome, in the later stages of its empire, the US is clearly in decline. This should not be a controversial statement. And it's true. America is finished. Family, it's a long article. I'm not going to go through it all. I just want to bring it just to show you that we have the sure word of prophecy. These are the times that these things should comfort you, because we know that America is not going to be made great again. That's right. You know that the fall of America is leading to what? The kingdom of our King, our Redeemer, Yahawashi. And this should bring a lot of smile to your face. And this is the elect. That's all we think about. We call ourselves the hopeful elect, but this is what we want: the rulership under our King, our Redeemer, Yahawashi. We want the King to rule in righteousness. That's what we are looking forward to. That's why we put these songs on repeat, We can't get enough of this beautiful song. And this song here, family, only the 144,000 are going to be singing this song. You see, like it says in the book of Revelation, chapter 14. Mhm. And you know what? This is the new song. Actually, you know what? I quoted it many times already. So um, let me go there. I think it's Psalm. Is it Psalm 40 verse 3? Also, it tells you, they put a new song in our mouth, and then we're gonna be singing it. Psalm 40 verse 3. Is it 43? And yes, it says, and he, who's he? The Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, have put a new song. That's the song that we are singing. This song is so good that family, when you are in the car with somebody, you started playing. If the person is not used to it, goes, why you keep playing that song? And I don't like that song because it's not part of the elect. You see, if they don't want to hear this song, they are not part of the elect. Only the elect are going to put this song on repeat. Eh? Because it's that good. You see, it says, and he have put a new song in my mouth, even praise unto our power. Many shall see it and fear. The only ones that are going to fear that's right, the hopeful elect. They're going to hear the song that we are singing through the spirit and power of our King, our Redeemer. They're going to say, whoa, I better get my shit right. That's right. You better repent because the King is coming. And fear and shall trust in what? In the Lord Yahawah. Only the elect are going to be enjoying this time that we are living in, because what? It is the end of our prison time. That's why we are about to be released from prison. You've been serving time for 7 different generations. You've been coming here over and over and over again. And then family, every time you come, you are in captivity. And finally, you're about to be released from what? From prison. You don't think you're going to be celebrating? Of course you're going to be celebrating, especially when you have Medvedev. Here he is, the former president and prime minister of Russia. Hear what he has to say. It says here, Dmitry Medvedev. This is from Pro News. Okay, family. I wish I could put this links in my description box for you guys to read, but unfortunately, the powers to be don't allow me to. All right, we're gonna leave it at that. It says here, Medvedev to the West, don't give more powerful missiles to Ukraine because the security zone will reach as far as Poland, meaning they're going to take over the entire Ukraine. Russia is going to own Ukraine and that vast resource in that land. That's right. It says he reminded that Russia conventional nuclear weapons have a power far greater than that of nuclear bombs that destroy Hiroshima and Nagasaki. This is what we want to hear. We don't want no weakening. We want escalation, escalation, escalation. And former Russia President Dmitry Medvedev warned about the delivery of increasingly powerful and longer range missiles from Western countries to Ukraine, saying that if this continues, the security zone will be up to the borders of Poland or maybe even contain the very Poland. Family, remember this is translation, okay? This is a Greek website, but it translates it into English, so it doesn't read that great. It doesn't read that well. It says stupid NATO generals honestly want almost all of Ukraine to come under Russian control. That is why they are giving the Ukrainian government longer range. But something that he said, I'm gonna skip to where is that? Please bear with me. Where is it? No, where is it? Uh, if this. Oh yes, here. This is it. It says here, and that it says here, such weapons, tactical or not, as everyone knows, include nuclear warheads that greatly exceed the power of little boy and fat man, referring to the nuclear bomb that destroyed Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I think I said that earlier. So carefully calculate the range of weapons you have available to the Nazis, gentlemen. So the Russia knows that the West wants this war, and the Russia is going to bring the war to the West. Okay, but let's go to, let me get here. This is Russia. It's a West playing with fire. Ukraine has increased attacks on Russia border regions using NATO supplied missiles and bombs. The West only risks further escalation by arming and encouraging Kiev to strike Russia territory. The Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova said on Friday. The warning comes as Ukrainian strikes against Russia cities intensify on backdrop of Kiev losing ground in the Kharkov region. The profile of the American and British handlers of the Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky regime is clearly visible behind these barbaric attacks. Zakharova told reporters they are not only providing longer range missiles and heavy weapons, but are giving a green light to their use against Russia. Once again, we would like to unequivocally warn Washington. Listen to the nation that they are warning. Washington, London, Brussels, and other Western capitals, as well as Kiev, which is under their control, that they are playing with fire. That the Yahawashi said what? This place is going to be on fire before he comes. Let's go there. Look. And we're going to read the NLT. And it is going to be on fire when the kings come. Luke 12:49. Let's get it in the NLT. I like the way the NLT reads, man. Because family, this is what we're looking forward to. And we're looking forward to the king, coming, setting this place on fire and destroying this society and setting up his righteous kingdom. And that's all we are waiting for. It says here, I have come to set the world on fire. You think you're going to get this word that, oh, sweet baby Jesus is coming to set the world on fire? No, his name is not Jesus. That's what they push in plantation Christianity. His name is Yahawashi. You see, if his father is a man of war, what do you think Yahawashi is going to be? That's right. He is coming with Michael the archangel, who is what? That's right. He leads the military of the heavens, and he's coming with the only begotten son, our king. You think he's gonna come and says, oh, look at that cute baby. Bring that baby here. Let me cradle this baby. Let me tickle the baby. No, he's coming to slaughter. Okay, he's coming to kill. This place is going to be chaotic when the king shows up. It says here, I have come to set the world on fire, and I wish it were already burning. That is what is coming. And all Russian army, North Korean army, Iran army, China's army, they all belongs to the Lord. That's right. They all belongs to the Lord. And he's going to use them. And it says here, once again, we would like to unequivocally warn Washington, London, Brussels, and other Western capitals, as well as Kiev, which is under their control, that they are playing with fire. Russia will not leave such encroachment on its territory unanswered, the spokeswoman stressed. On Thursday and Friday, the Ukrainian troops launched a combined assault on Crimea, Krasnodar, and other Russian regions using UAVs and naval drones, according to the Russian Defense Ministry. More than 100 drones were intercepted mid-air, while 6 unmanned boats were destroyed by the Black Sea Fleet. That's what is coming, family. It's just a matter of time. We're going to see the king soon. But let's go on. What do I have? You know what? We're going to go to Canadian Prepper. He had an update. We're going to go right into it. Let's allow him. This Canadian Prepper, fair use out. I don't want this video. This is Canadian prepper, breaking news. It says breaking: U.S. troops are 100% going to Ukraine. Nuclear strike on Ukraine. Russia rocket on U.S. coast. Anyway, let's allow him to speak. Again, fair use out. I don't own this video. I don't own this platform. This belongs to Canadian prepper. All right, let's go.
And essentially it was as such that the Russians issued a notice to airmen off the coast of California because there was going to be a rocket firing exercise or something to that extent. People interpreted this as being a live fire exercise off the coast of California. Still, in international waters, would technically be legal, obviously would be incredibly provocative in the current geopolitical climate. Fortunately, that wasn't the case. In fact, it was something to do with launching a rocket into space, and that notice to airmen, of course, was due with a rocket falling back into that zone. So it's still very concerning in light of all the rhetoric about Russian using space-based nuclear weapon systems and having that strategic alliance with the Chinese around space-based nuclear weaponry or space-based nuclear power. But regardless, still concerning. All of this stuff it's just the wedge between East and West this week has grown by 100 miles, okay? Russia has nationalized or is in the process of fully nationalizing their military industry. They are going full-blown war mobilization, and we should be thankful for that they are trying to mass manufacture enough conventional weaponry so they don't have to go nuclear. But it's only a matter of time before the Karaganov Doctrine is essentially put into practice, and that is the escalate to de-escalate strategy where you utilize a nuclear weapon in a tactical theater application in order to dissuade your adversary from proceeding further. Unfortunately, all it's going to lead to is the normalization of tactical nuclear weapons, which eventually will run us up the strategic nuclear ladder. But something people need to remember, it's going to be a shocker. It's going to be panic-inducing when the first tactical nuclear weapon is used, and it will be used. We will see the use of tactical nuclear weapons in this war. Mark my words. Because you're getting the assassination of leaders, you're seeing the expulsion of diplomats. I mean, everything is going in the complete wrong direction. The media is getting banned in Europe. All of the Russian media outlets have now been banned, okay? It's just the wedge is growing very wide. We will see the use of tactical nuclear weapons. When it happens, do not panic. Because based on what we have seen so far, and where a lot of the so-called experts on this topic get it wrong, just because you use one tactical nuclear weapon doesn't necessarily mean that it is going to immediately run up the ladder. Now, there's going to be a period of time. Is that period of time going to be days? I think it's going to be more like weeks, possibly months, before we see actual tactical nuclear exchanges. And really, that could be. But the problem is this, okay, let's just play this through. Let's say Russia does utilize a tactical nuclear weapon. What are our leaders going to say? They're not going to say, oh, we need peace. They're going to say, well, if we don't do something and if we let Russia get away with this, then they're just going to think that all they have to do is use a tactical nuclear weapon and they can imperialize any country they want. That's exactly what they're going to say. So we will have to respond in kind in some kind of way. But that could play out throughout the course of months. It doesn't necessarily have to be quick. But when that first tactical nuclear weapon drops, you're going to see the panic. You're going to see a spike on Google Trends, all about nuclear this, nuclear that. Annie Jacobson's book is going to get a massive bump. They're going to start making movies about it, okay? But people are going to just get bored of it, just like they do everything else nowadays, probably within a few weeks. And then you're going to get normalcy Norman say once again, nothing's ever going to happen. And then the second time it happens that a tactical nuke is used, it's not going to have the same effect. And the third time, might not even, it's just like the Apollo program. The first one was big news. And then the second, third, fourth time, let's not get into that because I know I probably just opened a can of worms there. Anyways, let's get back to this. The U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff have admitted that troops inside Ukraine is inevitable. That's the word that he used, inevitable. But only to train Ukraine, because logistics is completely messed up of having to send 100,000 guys out of the country, train them up, get them back into the war zone. They get a little taste of freedom, because that's what it is. When you're in Ukraine, you're not necessarily free because you can't really leave the country, right? If you're a male of able-bodied fighting age, it's difficult to try to flee conscription. And so you don't want to give them a taste of freedom. So when they come back, it's just not the same. So they want to train them on the ground right there in real time. That's what's going to happen. The U.S. has recently did a nuclear test. We have the bird flu now jumping from cows to humans. Bird flu has jumped from cows to humans. Let me repeat that statement. Bird flu has jumped from a cow to a human. Bird flu. Cow, human. This is a state of entropy, and it's only a matter of time before something has to give. Keep prepping your ass off, all right? Make sure you watch that video I released yesterday about the Latvian government's document about what to do in case of, let's just put, nuclear war, because that's exactly what they're talking about. Somebody said, because I had made the comment in that video about the fact that they write 72 hours on it, even though right when you get into this, you start to learn very quickly that they're talking about a multi-year war, and you need to be prepared for as long as possible. In fact, they say that on the first page. 72 hours is good, a benchmark, but you should prepare for as long as possible. They actually say that. So this whole 72 hours thing, that's just to manage public panic, because they don't want people to flee the country. They want to basically get people the information they need and that they're going to need to fight the war without spooking them into wanting to leave the country. And I tell you, the information in that guide is incredibly in-depth. I post a link in the description of the video. It is written in Latvian. You're going to have to utilize Google or Adobe tools in order to translate it. I'm sure there's some internet genius who can translate it. And if you do get a translation and you're able to upload it to a shared document for everybody to see, I will pin that comment in the description. Anyways, I mean, just the fact that we've had a NATO leader assassinate, I mean, that could be the Franz Ferdinand moment. The Archduke Franz Ferdinand that initiated World War I. We could have a moment like that very soon. In fact, the Polish Prime Minister is concerned that there's a high risk that he might be taken out in some sort of way. So as this subterfugal, that's probably not the right word, this saboteur war, this asymmetrical war ensues between East and West, you're going to see more of these assassination attempts. We got TikTok bans. We got Steadfast Defender continuing to ramp up. The largest drone attack. All right, let's just get into the nitty-gritty. So don't worry about the NOTAMs off of the coast of Baja in California. I'm not going to call it a nothing burger because nothing is a nothing burger nowadays. But essentially, this was the Roscosmos State Corporation for Space Activities conducting a rocket launch. And they're going to be doing this between the dates of, I believe, up until the 26th is the window that that notice to airmen is going to be in place. And the boosters have a small chance of impacting within that region. Now, I'm sure they could have timed this so that it didn't land there. Is this sending a message to the U.S. government in light of what is going on? It possibly could be. Okay, we have to presume that this could be escalatory in some way, shape, or form. But it in of itself, I mean, anything could be a launching point for the big one now, and that's the problem, is that I'm sure that when you have situations like this arise, whether we will admit it or not because it's confidential, I'm sure that the readiness of the U.S. strategic forces and the Russian strategic forces ramps up. And of course, that's when accidents can happen. Now, in terms of the largest ever drone strike, a massive attack conducted by the Ukrainians, not in Crimea, but beyond on the Russian mainland.
Yeah, we'll cover that. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. But let's go to 2 Peter 3, and then we're going to wrap this up. Second Peter 3. This is what we are all looking forward to. Lord willing. Lord willing. Yahawah. This is what the elect are looking forward to, you know. It says Second Peter, it's a new heaven and the earth. You see, we know that we're going to rule on this planet here. That's right. The earth is going to be rejuvenated under our King's rulership, Yahawashi's rulership. And no, family, you're not going to wake up seeing somebody with red hair. You know, you're never going to wake up seeing two men holding hands and going for a walk with their little dog, you know, two women holding hands and what. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen in that kingdom. Okay, this is what it says here, 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with great noise. It will not come as a thief in the night to the hopeful elect, because guess what? They've trimmed their lamp, they have the oil, and they are looking forward to they are looking forward to their king coming. It's not going to be a surprise. It's only going to be a surprise to those that don't have the oil. You see? And here, and the element shall melt with fervent heat. You hear that? The element, the things that are on this, particularly in America and Israel. Okay, America is where the Lord is going to have a big sacrifice from the east to the west coast, from the north to south. That's right, Florida, you name it, is all going to be on fire. That is what is coming. Eh? It says here, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. It says, seeing. The Lord is speaking to the elect. It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? That's right. The men of the Lord are doing the best they can, the possibly best to please the Lord, fearing the Lord, doing the things that are pleasing to the Lord. You see, that's what the men of the Lord are going to be, and the people, the elect, not just the men of the Lord, the elect. We have elect ladies. You know, let's say the elect are going to be what? That's right. Be occupied in what? Prophecy, doing the best, you know, repenting every day, asking the Lord for forgiveness. Because we know that, family, I speak for myself first, you know, we're never going to get it perfect on this end here. We're going to go off. But when we do go off every blue moon, you know what? Now the blood of our King, Yahawashi, cleanses us. Because what? We have faith. We believe in the only begotten Son. It's not the law. No, it's faith. That's why it says the just shall live by faith. But you show your faith by keeping the laws to the best of your ability. That grace period wasn't a time for us to continue to live in sin. If I go to my landlord and say, listen, I can't pay my rent this month. Okay, things are hard, but can you please give me a week or two to make up the balance? He does a grace period. After the week and a half, I can go to him and say, yeah, the money that I had, I went and spent it on a new Jordan shoes. No, the grace period is to make things right. And that's what we are trying to do in these vessels that we have, these corrupt vessels, which the Lord, Yahawashi himself, is going to change. He said he's going to change our vile body to his glorious body. That's what we are looking forward to. It is seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. What manner of person are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? And it says looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the power, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Okay, that's what is coming. The Lord, the world, everything that anybody that have a bunker or a bug out place in America, they're not part of the elect. The Lord is going to turn you. You're going to be fuel for the fire. That's why you're just going to help propel the fire, make the fire bigger. That's it. Nobody's going to be saved on the line of farm. Nobody is going to be. The Lord have promised the wild beasts of the desert. That's why that's going to be their home. It's only going to be that's inhabited by animals. Nobody is going to live on that land. Read the book of Isaiah 13, starting from verse 17 down, and Isaiah 34, and many other books. Jeremiah is one of them. America is not going to be inhabited. Okay, it's only going to be inhabited by animals. It says, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, and the hopeful elect, and look for what? New heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. My goodness. The air is going to be clean. No more chemtrails. No more going to the pharmaceutical company. No more taking sleeping pills. Because you haven't slept in days and you can barely get a 2-3 hours of sleep without being into family. No more drugs. Okay, Esau's Medicaid family, we are done. We are tired with this system, this wicked system, oppression, taxes. That's right. All this, we tired of this wicked conversation these people are constantly having. But again, it says, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And that righteousness is coming under our King, our Redeemer, Yahawashi. You see, yeah, so family, again, there is nothing new under the sun. The same way Rome fell, America is going to fall the same way. And we say, Barakata Yahawah, Barakata Yahawashi. It's all coming together. You see, Rome is going to be destroyed. That's why we are living in Rome 2.0. Remember what it says? There is no new thing under the sun. The same way the ancient Roman Empire fell, the same way America is going to fall. So I will leave it there. I hope you were edified. Again, all praises, honor, glory to the power of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yahawah is his name, and his only begotten Son, our King, our best friend, our hero. Because yes, he's our hero. He went on the cross for the children of Israel. He didn't die for the nations. The nations, they know their role. Okay, they know their role. Their role is they're going to be in captivity. Every single one of them are going into captivity. Read the book of Revelation, chapter 10. Is it 10? No. Revelation, He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Family, I must well end it there. Let's go here. Revelation 13:10. It's 13. I think it's 13:9. It says, he that have ear, let him hear. Let's go there quickly. Family, it is early. It is early. So, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. What was I saying? See, I forgot my train of thought already. Family, I should not be doing this lesson so early in the morning. Let's go to Revelation 13. I think it's 13:9. It says, he that have ear, let him hear, right? That's right. Revelation 13:9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Are you listening to this? Let's look up the word captivity. Let's go back. I don't think I looked up any word today. Let's look up the word captivity. Wow. I cannot even pronounce that.
Strong's G 161. Achmalosia.
Achmalosia. Let's look up captivity. Captivity is all captivity, or being held captive is a state wherein humans or other animals are confined to a particular space and prevented from living or moving freely. An example. Let me do this. You hear that? That's right. An example. This is more. An example in humans is imprisonment. Prisoners of war are usually held in captivity by a government hostile to their own. Animals are held to captivity in zoos. That's never happened in the kingdom. No more friggin'. Yeah, so when we were in captivity, look at images of slaves in ships. Yeah, this is us. You see, we were in captivity. You see, this is how we were packed. You see, that's right. The sub-Saharan slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade, this is what happens to us. So when you go back and read the Bible, and the Bible tells you, where was it? Let me go back there. It says what? He that leadeth into captivity, right? Let's go back here. What was that? Revelation? No. Again, let's go back here. Revelation 10, starting from verse 9 again. It says here, and I went, no, Revelation 13. Please bear with me. I know, why am I in Revelation? Revelation 13. Revelation 13:9. It says here, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saint. This is what the Lord is saying. The saints are what? The elect. Okay? We are patiently waiting for this opportunity. If you don't want slaves in your kingdom, then this is not for you. Okay, this is not for you. This is only the elect will be looking forward to this. Okay, only the elect will be looking forward to having slaves. Okay, let me go to, I want to read another Bible version. And family, we're going to wrap this up. This is, anyone who is destined to prison will be taken to prison. Anyone destined to die, no, family, is going off, man. I'm going to leave it there. Now, family, the thing is, the Lord says again in Jeremiah 30, says 16, it says, they that devour you shall be devoured. All your adversary, every one of them are going into captivity. That's what is waiting the nations. Okay, the Yahawashi, our king, only died for the children of Israel. We've proved that many times, over and over and over again. All right, but I will leave it there. Again, shalom.